Hey, it looks like this thing is on. All right. Bear with me just 1 second. Da-da. Come on. Hey, welcome here, everybody. I'm just getting myself organized, and we'll do a little bit of gaming for like an hour or so, and see what comes of it. I just get up to my channels. I am definitely live. Just looking good. I just want to fix the title of my stream. Bear with me 1 second. I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so excuse me while I'm getting my act together here. And we'll introduce ourselves in 1 second. Where is my live stream? I've got too many screens in front of me. All right, edit. Multiple screens and keyboards and all that good stuff. So I'm suffering from information overload. Hold on 1 second. Let me get over here and type. And I think that will do it. All right, just rename the stream. Hope you can all hear me well and see me. Looking good, looking good. All right, everything's set. All right, welcome to the channel. This is Vespo27, Vespo Live Gaming. You've probably seen me play lots of, if you've looked at the channel before, you've probably seen me play lots of PS4 games. I finally have a gaming rig that can actually run a game and run streaming video at the same time. So now that I've got a little bit of a performance boost, I'm going to stream once in a while from here. Don't have a lot of PC games, but I'm revisiting Magic the Gathering Arena. Oops. We're going to turn down the volume on the desktop quite a bit because that's a little loud. Okay, so we're going to play some Magic the Gathering Arena. Let me just check this. It sounded a little better, and it's still a little loud. How about now? Let's try this. And that'll have to do. I'll just speak up. All right. So we're going to play a little Magic the Gathering Arena. I used to actually play Magic the card game. Let me try this. Let me just mute the desktop audio while I'm talking. I used to play the actual card game back when it came out a long, long time ago. The revised edition was the big thing when I started playing. Played the game for a few years, collected a lot of cards, spent way too much money on it, and eventually got out, traded in my collection, and well, I think I actually may have made some money on my collection when I sold it off because I had some really good rare cards from some of the earlier editions that I got rid of, unfortunately. But I fooled around with the game for a bit before on my old laptop, which was basically it's still in service, but it's kind of falling apart, and it really could barely handle running the game. That's how pathetic it was. So now I'm here live on some new equipment, so I'm gonna stream it a little bit. I like I said, I played a little bit until my laptop got too annoying to deal with, and then I just picked the game up again a couple of days ago. So um, the one or two decks that I had built up that were actually working reasonably well for me, which I don't have I'm way out of practice in this game, so I don't claim to be great at it. The one or two decks that I had that were humming along fairly well have a lot of cards that are now out of date, so I really haven't fixed them all up. So right now I'm using a red deck that is basically a goblin deck with a little bit of direct damage, and I just hacked it back together because goblin decks are pretty easy. Most of the cards that were outdated were, well, goblins, so I just look at my collection, pick out replacement goblins for them, and it was easy to get it up and running. I've tried it out a few times. It's not great, but it does work when the right cards come out. So I feel good enough playing it on stream just to check it out. I'm gonna turn the audio back on. I'm actually just gonna jump in and just play against a random live player, and we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Audio's on. Play. There's my goblin deck. I'm just gonna find a regular play match and play a game or two with this deck. Then maybe we'll switch and maybe I'll do a draft. Maybe not. We'll see how we feel after playing a game or two with the goblin deck. All right. All right, we are waiting. We've got a match. Let's see how it goes. Not sure if you can hear this. Audio's cutting in. And you know what? I'm just going to leave the in-game audio off. I don't really need to hear it. Let's see. How is this? There's the audio. There's the audio. I've got a good selection of cards. I would really like to have one more land in there, but that's okay, so I'm going to keep it. And there's my one more land, so let's put a land in. I can get a goblin in here already. Let's start with this guy. Adjust the volume a little bit. Still playing with the audio settings, so I hope everything works out okay. Playing against a blue deck. This could be interesting because you could counterspell some important things. Play my other goblin. Do my token 1-point attack. So we got a 2/2 flyer. That's unfortunate. So I can put in another goblin. Well, let me play my land. It's a good idea to get this out early, because this is going to give me quite a bit of use. This guy, if he gets blocked, he'll die, but I'll get a goblin creature out. If I block this guy, I don't have the mana to pump him up. So I'm going to be conservative and pass on the attacks this turn. Oh, that's bad. Okay, let's get this out there. Can put a Goblin Gang Leader in. That's definitely more useful than the Goblin Tumbler. Here we go. I'm starting to multiply now. So this flyer is a problem. Let's attack with this, see if I can... Oh, no, he's just going to block with this thing. And, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's not going to work out too well. Cancel. Not now. Not until I can throw my whole array of goblins at him. Flying Leviathan. This is getting bad. He's keeping pace with my creature production. Okay. Well, let's get even more creatures in. So let's see. It's going to go badly for me if I attack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This thing does damage based on how many creatures I have attacking. So that would hurt, but I would lose probably a good number of my creatures here. And I've been casting too many spells, so I can't pump this guy up. I'm going to pass and build up again. Hopefully he doesn't counter or blow out my enchantment here. Taking a big risk here. All right. See, now I got to start getting aggressive. Let's see. Yes, it's time to use the Goblin Tumbler. Let's see, I can pump him up to a 2-2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. I can attack with 8 now. So 6 will get through. This will do... Let's see. I'm going to go for it. This is probably not a good idea. So that did its damage. Let's see what the blockers are. Let's see how he's going to block this, because I've got one guy that I can pump up. He's going to kill a couple of my creatures, but decisions. So now I've got my... If I get one more mountain, I can blow out this guy. So let's see, he's going to kill these two guys. Let me activate his ability. So if I get one more mountain, I win, because then I'll be able to fire off this uncounterable piece of direct damage. But this turn's going to hurt. He's going to do his worst to me. Oh, this is going to be brutal. Ooh. All right, close. I needed 2 more points of damage to take that. If my next card was a mountain, I would have been able to throw my direct damage spell and end it. Hey, while we're between games, remember, check out the channel, Vespo Live Gaming. You must like, subscribe, and comment, just like it says here, and obey. Obey my orders to like, subscribe, and comment to the channel. Thank you very much. All right, so that's my goblin deck. You get the general idea of it. Just try and get as many goblins on the field as I can and overwhelm the opponent. And I've got a couple of direct damage things in there to help out, and enhancers like that bombardment card that was doing damage based on the number of attackers that really amplified my power. So with that in mind, let's play one more time. Same deck. Again, this is a very generic goblin deck, so things that counter it will counter it. I'm sure I made a mistake somewhere in there that may have cost me the game. Feel free to comment and tell me what I did wrong. Because again, I'm rusty. I know I'm probably making mistakes out there. All right, again, only 2 mountains. I prefer to have 3, but I've got little direct damage, creature boost, quick creature, direct damage. Oh, I like this card. This one's fun. It creates a 0/1 creature that can't attack, that can't block, um, that causes damage on at the beginning of turn, and it creates it under the opponent's control. So they're saddled with this thing that just hurts them. Okay, so let's get a goblin in, and he's got haste, so he can start attacking now. Like you saw last game, 1 or 2 points of damage early on can make a big difference. The heck is that? Opponent loses X life and you gain X life with X is the number of creatures in your party. Okay, so that didn't hurt bad. All right, let's get another mountain in. Raid Bombardment. I like that card a lot. Fury, Blazing Volley. Okay, I'm going to hold off. And I'm going to attack again. Let's see if he blocks. He's not going to block. So I'm going to play an Infuriate. Let him have it. And then I'm going to hold on to my Shock. Make him regret. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play it now, and I'm going to make him regret not using his creature. So I want to get this Relic Robber in. And I want to get this Raid Bombardment in. Reveals a number of hands from his card equal to the number of creatures in your party. Choose one of those cards, and the player discards that card. Oh, great. Choose cards to reveal. You can have this one. All right. I'm going to put my Relic Robber in. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player. But I don't... You know... He can't kill me. So let's see if he... No. I just want to attack with 1. So now he's stuck with a Relic Robber. A Goblin Construct. The beginning of his upkeep, it deals 1 damage to him. How do you like that? Such an annoying card. The whole point of Goblin deck is to be annoying. Goblin Trash Master. All right. Yeah, good time to play Raid Bombardment. Oops. Come on, I want to play it. He's thinking about something. Alright, my Raging Goblin, he'll kill it, but he can't kill the Relic Robber. So he takes at least a point of damage from the Raid Bombardment. Now let's see if he's going to block. Nope. He's going to get another he's going to get another Goblin Construct. He's got to start getting aggressive, or I'm going to pick him. Oh, he conceded. He had to get aggressive, or I was going to pick him apart. just check the chat. Just got to rearrange my window so I can see everything. There we go. All right, let's play one more time. Same deck. It's Goblin Day. Let's see. I get to claim a prize. Scion of the Swarm, Vampire Cleric. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Scion of the Swarm. So it's a flying creature that you can pump up. And Concerted Defense, blue card, 1 blue to cast. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller plays 1 plus an additional 1 for each creature in your party. All right, there we go. Let's try that deck again. I'd like to get an actual win and not get someone conceding. And again, while we wait between games for the matchmaking to finish, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and you must obey me when I say that. Anyway. Let's see. Taking a while for matchmaking. Come on, somebody must want to play me. Why would nobody fight me? No one will fight me. All right, this is taking too long. I may have to bail out and play a bot match if this keeps up. Here we go. All right. Waiting for server. I lost connection. All right. Let's try that one more time. And again, if you like watching me fail to connect to matches, don't forget to like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, and obey me when I tell you to do these things. Because I need subscribers. All right, we got an opponent. We got a good pull, got some fast goblins to get in there. Goblin Gathering, that's another key one for this token, and I got 3 mountains. I'm good with that. I can get some stuff out quick, which is my key. All right, gonna throw a goblin at this. What the heck is that? He milled 2 cards. And he cursed my creature. Well, there's no point in me attacking now. So that countered my haste. That's the flash ability. I haven't really seen that used too often. So let's see. I can do a Blazing Volley and wipe his creature, or I can throw out my Goblin Tunneler. I'm going to wipe his creature just to be spiteful. Adjust my mic a little because my mic stand is letting go. And he is unsummoning. Okay, well, we're going to attack. All that for 1 point of damage. Burn through a lot of cards for that. Another mountain. Let's start upping the ante with a Goblin Gathering. All right, whopping 2 points of damage total. Okay, put another mountain in play. I've got a Goblin Gang Leader or a Goblin Tunneler. I'm going to go with the Gang Leader because I like tokens, because tokens are annoying. Oh, and he flashed me. All right, we got a 1/1 creature out there. I'm going to declare 2 attackers. Plink him for another point of damage and lose a creature. I've got no shortage of goblins right now. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to hurt. He's going to start milling me with this thing. Let's put another mountain in play. More tokens. Goblin Gang Leader, get him in there. That impacts blockability. Let's start racking up damage here. I wish I had that Raid Bombardment out now, because this would hurt. Alright, he took out one of my goblins. My mic stand is not cooperating with me today. Yeah, I think I overbalanced the boom on my mic a little bit. Alright, back to it. Play another mountain. I can bring in a Goblin Tumbler. I can make a creature unblockable, or I could just throw everything at my opponent. Costs me another Goblin, but I do a lot of damage. Midnight Clock, what does that do? I can barely read that on my screen. I know you can't. You can use it for blue mana, or you can build up hour counters. And after 12... Oh, here we go. He's going to attack. I got no blockers. Let him through. No blocks. Go for it. Come on. If you're going to buff him, do it. Do it, or I'm going to hammer you next turn. Ooh. He stole one of my creatures. That's not cool. When the 12th hour counter is up. Well, he shuffles his graveyard into his library. Oh. Okay, he can recycle cards. So I'm not pulling spells, but I'm pulling more mountains. That'll have to do for now. I'm going to just throw everything I've got at him. And I'm killing my own goblin. There we go. That's a clean win. So I just won that game the hard way, just brute force, just overwhelming him with lots and lots of annoying little goblin tokens. Not a very strategic deck, but hey, you know, the straightforward approach often works best. Let's see if we got anything. We got some XP. We got some coins. Yay. No new packs. Alright, my mic is... Problem is, I think my mic is moving around more when sometimes it's the pop filter. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to do a couple more games with the Goblin deck because I'm actually having fun. It's actually doing a little bit better than I thought it would. So, I've lost. I got Concession. The 3 games I played so far, I lost one. Conceded. My opponent conceded the second game, and I outright won this one. Go Goblins. The Goblin decks are good beginner decks because they're, well, they work. They're annoying. They can be countered and shut down pretty easily, but they do work. They're easy to make. You don't need a lot of rare cards. So it's a good beginner deck. I'm not exactly a beginner, but I'm kind of back. I've been out of the game so long that, I like this selection. I've got a fast creature, some backing spells. I've got Goblin Gatherings and Raid Bombardment, which are my main support spells for bringing more goblins in and causing more damage. And getting another land pulled on my first draw is a good thing. So we can get a buffable creature cast on the first turn. It's all about you want to get something on the board as soon as you can with this deck and just keep doing it. Raking Claws says gives double strike until end of turns. Oh, he blasted me. So this is obviously, I'm facing a red and blue deck. Excuse me. Well, I've got another goblin I can put out. I may have to build up enough mana to put multiple goblins out in one turn. Because if he's got lots of direct damage, he may be able to blast away at one goblin per turn. Good. I needed a little bit more land. All right. Going to do the Goblin Gathering first. The next time I cast Goblin Gathering, it'll give me 3 goblins now because I've got one in my graveyard. And then Raid Bombardment. I'm not going to attack this turn. Okay. It's 1/3 creature that he can tap for additional mana, but only if he's casting an instant or sorcery. Now I may consider putting the Raid Bombardment in, but actually I'm probably going to cast... I think I'm going to cast another Goblin Gathering. Yeah, put another Goblin Gathering out there. I'll be able to look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in order. Okay. I can't counter it, so... So it looks like he's got creatures, direct damage, and cards to optimize his hand. All right, my turn. All right, let's get another mountain in. I'm going to do another Goblin Gathering. I'm going to drop 3 more goblins. I can throw in my Raging Goblin with his haste. And that's all I can... Yeah, that's all I can cast this turn. Go on to combat. I'm going to go all in that I can. Next turn, I'm going to put out Raid Bombardment and then attack with everything. So unless he starts countering, he's going to start to get hurt. He's going to knock out one of my goblins and take a couple of points of damage. This turn is where it can start hurting. What he does this turn is going to be really critical. Non-creature spell. He creates a 3/3 Sphinx creature with flying. Ugh, that could hurt, but okay, let's get this in. Gonna get my Raid Bombardment out there. This Goblin Tunneler. Right now, I don't have anything that's really worthwhile using. If I use this, if I had a creature that I could pump up. I'm not going to use him. Yeah, we're just going to attack and let the Raid Bombardment. He's going to kill another goblin, but that's okay. That's the part that hurts. Raid Bombardment is a cool card. He's furiously looking through his deck for a way to counter this enchantment. What did he cast here? Brazen Borrower. Oh, he did a... So he cast a creature with flash in response to my my enchantment, which triggered his enchantment to his riddle form to create a Sphinx, and I just did a bunch of damage. Let's go to blockers. I don't think I really have any reason to use... I'm not sure what he did to... I'm not sure what he did to put my Raid Bombardment back in my hand. Black only creatures. Oh, that's what he did. He did the petty theft instant on me. All right, let's pass to attackers. Okay. Put another mountain in. I've only got 4 goblins left. He can block 2 of them. But I can just recast my Raid Bombardment. I may use the Raking Claws this turn just to get a little extra damage out of it. Exile instead. So he blasted one of my goblins before the actual attack happened. Let's see. Yeah, this could be... I can't attack this turn. He'd wipe all my goblins. Whenever you cast your first spell during opponent's turn, draw a card. Yeah, so he's got plenty of card optimization out there. I'm I'm going to let it through. It's 3 plus 0 in first strike, so I could use that to execute a blocker. And this potentially to execute a blocker or do extra damage. Let's see, and he's limited on his blockers. Do a 6. I can use both of them to this turn. So we're going to wait until these are both instants, so we're going to wait until blockers are assigned. Because this is going to add up to, this can potentially add up to enough damage to win the game. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cast a Sure Strike on this guy, so he does 4 damage. And we're going to cast a Raking, whoops. Cast a Raking Claws on him to do double strike. And I win again. Nice clean win. That was a good match. That was a good match. He could have easily ripped apart my defenses, and then it would have been another turn or two. He could have ripped apart my defenses and then just started pounding me. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more games before we call it a day. We'll stick with the Goblin deck. You've seen most of what the Goblin deck can do. There's not much else in there that's hidden. To be honest with you, I don't remember exactly what I put in there, but it's all along the same lines. Just get lots of cheap creatures on the field quickly. Support them with a little bit of direct damage and a little bit of supporting spells. Getting raid bombardment on the field is key. So here we go. Trashmaster, Tunneler, Tin Street Cadet, Infuriate, some mana. This is okay. I can work with this. Facing another blue deck. Everybody likes their blue control decks. Overwhelmed Apprentice. Mills 2 card, then you scry 2. Okay, got another fast creature. Let's go with this one. All right, opponent's thinking about it. Ruin Crab. So this is really a control deck. Ugh. He's going to try and run me out of cards. Mills 3 cards every time he enters a land. Ugh. That's going to hurt. That is absolutely going to hurt. So we're going to step it up and just start casting goblins. No, I'm going to see if I can bait him into I'm going to see if I can bait him into blocking so I can kill one of these guys. With my Infuriate. All right. Oh, now which one do I want to kill? I want to kill this thing. And watch, he casts another one. And the pain continues. He or she or they. Relic Golem. Oh, that's a problem. Good thing I've got that thing, but it might take me a while before I can play it. Okay, let's get Tin Street Cadet. Goblin Tunneler. No attack this turn. Got my big direct damage fireball in my hand. Can't use it yet. Need one more before I can use him. Oh. So rude. So brutal. I think I've got more cards in my graveyard than I've got in my deck. Okay, Goblin Trash Master. Boosts up all my goblins. And sacrifice a goblin to destroy target artifact. That would be this one. Alright, who do we want to... Let's go with... let's just use this guy. Hoorah! Alright, now everybody's boosted up. And now I can attack with impunity. Well, he can block, but... I come out a little ahead on that. I get to do a little damage, and I get to take out one of his creatures. Sweet Oblivion. Oh, that hurts so much. There we go. Need to put you in play. Okay. The best he could do is block. All in. So this guy's too big to be affected by that, but it still helps. I can start wearing him down. Because that's a 3/3 creature. Okay, not enough mana to cast either of these. But this may be the last turn I can get away with doing this. I didn't catch exactly what that card does, but... Oh, yeah. He's He's going to be milling me like crazy. All right, do I have enough? That's 4 or 5. I need one more to be able to start throwing my inescapable blazes around. Best I can hope for with this is that he'll block it with this thing. And then it's mutually assured destruction. I'm gonna pass on this. Some of those are cards that could have helped a lot. Let's see what he does. This is going to be tough to work my way out of this problem. So painful. Yes. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to do direct damage. We're not going to be subtle here at all. And then that could bring him down to 1. If he blocks, I get another goblin. So I'm going to attack with just him. Does another 1 point of damage. He's down to 1 point. What he doesn't know is next turn, he's got to kill me this turn or I'm going to blast him again. Could have used that to take out one of his creatures, but with his life total as low as it was, it made more sense to go right for him. So now this, he can mill all he wants. I've got enough cards to last long enough. I only have to get through this turn. He needs to attack me hard, but I had blockers out there. Put this in. Let's end this game right now. And I score another win. Unless he can't counter it. Can't counter it, but he can cast flash effects against it. But he couldn't do enough with it. He couldn't mill me out of cards. That was an interesting match. That could have gone very differently. That could have gone very, very differently, especially if he kept milling me more than he did. Could have hurt if he got multiples of those crabs out that mill cards every time you drop a land. Let's see. Claim my prize. Yeah, so let's before we close off, I don't think I have enough to, well, I've got plenty of coins. I'm not going to spend them now. What do you say? Let's do one more game and then we'll call it a day. Let's see what we get. I'd like to fight something other than a blue deck for a change. I guess control decks are very popular. I don't, as much as I've got actual experience doing some crazy combos. I don't like being subtle. I'd rather just be very direct. Should be an interesting. Not the greatest hand, but it'll work. Can't get something on the field. Oh, fighting red. All right. I can get something on the field right away. I'm going to hold off on that shock until I think I need it. Red and black, so this should be an interesting game. Blood aspirant. Can do direct damage to creatures and can collect tokens. I can kill that creature whenever I need to, so I'm not going to worry too much. So we're going to put in our Goblin Warrior. Well, I can't kill this creature right now, as I've used all my mana for the turn. Murder. All right. So I've got a couple of plays that I can do to get rid of this guy. I'm just going to take him out. Still have the option to cast a shock. There's no combat. I've still got this instant in my back pocket. All right. Let's start with the Goblin Gang Leaders. Again, I lose my option to use shock. But I really want to put those goblins on the field. Oh, you're going to pay for that. Now I can play, because I've got a bunch of Goblin Gang Leaders in my hand. So we've got that. Kill you. And all in. All right, it's a whopping 2 points of damage, but it's 2 points of damage. Flying 1/1. And he nuked my main creature again. So let's see. If I use this, I can't use Sure Strike this turn. But more goblins is good. All in. He can attack one. He can block one if he chooses. Two Savage Gorgers. So those guys are going to start getting pumped up, so I'm going to have to start killing them. I really wish I had Raid Bombardment out on the field right now, because that would turn the tide on this. I got a Sure Strike. I got to play my Goblin Tunneler. I can still play Sure Strike. All in. I'll hold on to Sure Strike until I see what. 5. Be 7. That would be 10 points. I'm going to play it. because those guys are just going to keep getting stronger. All right. Yep, I can end the pain right now. Yep, beat him up with goblins, and then landed the killing blow with some direct damage. Not a bad game. Interesting opposition. I didn't really get to see all of what his deck could do, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't give him a chance to build it up. Let's see. We've got a Jeskai Elder with prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Okay, so good for control. Well, it's a blue card, so no surprise that it's got control features. And we got a pack. All right, I think that's my last game for today. But before we sign off, we'll take a look at what I got in this pack. All right, so we've got an uncommon wild card. We've got a blue-black Soaring Thought Thief, a human rogue with flash and flying. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, rogues you control get +1/+0. Whenever 1 or more rogues you control attack, each opponent mills 2 cards. So, can cast it as if it's an instant. You can mill cards with it, and if you have other rogues, this is gonna pump things up. Okay, Spitfire Lagak. It's a lizard with landfall. What's landfall? Ability triggers when a land enters the battlefield. Okay. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Spitfire Lagak deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's pretty cool and is a good-sized creature. Nissa Zendikon is an enchantment. Enchant land. Enchanted land is a 4/4 elemental creature with reach and haste, but it's still a land. When enchanted land dies, return that card to the owner's hand. Okay, Nimana Skitter Sneak. That's a human rogue as long as the opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Nimana Skitter Sneak gets +1/+0 and has menace. Kanzu Stomper, green creature. Has trample. It's 6/5, so that's a good creature to have trample. When it enters the battlefield, you may return up to 2 lands you control to their owner's hand. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice big green creature to do finishing blows and things like that. Scorch Rider. It's got kicker. And when Scorch enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, it gains haste until end of turn, 4/3. So it's a good red creature. And let's see our rare. Mythic Rare Wild Card. Okay, I'll take it. All right. So I think I'm going to call it here. So that's the stream for today. Thank you for watching, or thank you for those of you that are going to watch this in replay later. And remember to obey your commands to like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video to others. Remember, obey, like, subscribe, and comment to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.